Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon 30 Years. Recording this back to back with the last episode anyway, because again, I want to be able to grind after this recording session for the upcoming gym, which I think we'll be able to fill enough screen time today with this episode to have a full episode before going into the gym, because I think the entire side quest with the Wisma cave and stuff happens before the gym and not after it, but I might be mistaken. As a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, that is what allows you to go to the island place. What is it called? Dewford? That's Dewford, right? That's Dewford. I'm fairly certain. Fuck you. That's Dewford. So maybe that only becomes available after the gym, now that I think about it. But at least we'll be able to catch like one or two new Pokemon today. So that's going to be exciting, and that's going to be a thing which we need to do before going into the grinding anyway. We want a team that is as full as possible, so I think this is the best course of action. And as a result of that, this episode might be slightly shorter than usual. As I said last episode, the episodes this week are going to be, and maybe next week as well, are going to be slightly shorter on average probably anyway. Immediately after I said that, I made an episode which I think is going to be decently longer than an average episode. So I wasn't very consistent with that, but I'm going to be now. I'm going to make this a short episode. Knowing me, it's probably not going to be a short episode either way. So now it's the thing that I've been scared about, and that's this double battle. Because I don't have two Pokemon that can both take a hit very well. I mean, I've got Roger, and I've got Bob. And pet food, I suppose, to a certain extent. But double battles are very scary, and this you can not do one-on-one. Even if you talk to one of them, this is always a double battle. This is because it's supposed to be. Your video didn't freeze. I did. Oh no. We're gonna lead you to Golem. I have Helping Hand as well, because why not? Okay, so at least we got a lead for the Golem. How am I going to deal with Golem other than that? The answer is no. I'm no. There's nothing I can do against Golem, because I've got normal type moves and fire type moves, both of which you resist. I guess Rage, actually. Let's use Rage just in case I get hit. And then Pound. I guess Rage is the best way to go about dealing damage to these guys. Just in case. I mean, please do attack Bob. Thank you. I need the Rage to build. I need to do a lot of damage with Rage. That's the only way I'm taking out this Golem. So, do not attack Pet Food. I want you to attack Bob. Usually, I would not want you to ever lay a finger on Bob. But right now, it's very important that you attack Bob. Because that's the only way that my damage is going to go up to even anything close to significant. Right now, I'm still doing less damage than Lead Sheet, which, I mean, sooner or later that's going to build up. We've got Vine Whip. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We've got Vine Whip. We're absolutely fine. And you don't seem to have any scary moves anyway. So, Electricity's powers are weakened. I don't know if you know your typing very well, but I wasn't going to use an electric move against you anyway. So this should just one-shot you at this point. And we now have a grass type move, which is going to make our life considerably easier. But that was a little bit scary, not gonna lie. Seeing that Golem come out, I wasn't a fan. I was not a fan of that. Technically speaking, there's like items and berries around here, but I don't really care. I think usually you run into May there, don't you? Is that only a Ruby and Sapphire? Is that only in a Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? I don't know. I really don't know. I also don't have any more Pokeballs because I wasted them all over Mew that I couldn't catch anyway. So I do need to go to the Pokemon Mart and get myself some new balls. Which probably is going to be Great Balls for sale now. Which means that nope, not yet. Let's get 10 Pokeballs just so that we get 11. Because that's how buying things works. Because we get a Premier Ball. And then go catch at least one, potentially two. It is Rustboro City. I am not entirely crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that the whole side quest with with the Wingull and Team Magma, that is, I think. Only happens after the... Golem! Do we have a Geodude? I don't think we have a Geodude. I don't think we do. I think we don't. So we're going to get this Golem. But how is the question. I guess we go into Roger and use a resisted Scratch because it'll be powerful but resisted. That might be the best course of action here. Maybe even a resisted Amber. Yeah. And that burns him. Which is potentially scary for me. Let's... You know what? You're a special Pokemon. We just fought you. Now you're going to be on our team. You're even the same level. You might be the same. Oh, that's not good. You have Rock Throw. At least it's a rock type move. And that probably means I should switch out. But if I switch out now, you're probably going to die. So I'm not going to switch out. You're just going to stay in this Pokeball. And that's what's going to happen. You're not going to stay, are you? You're not going to stay. You probably will survive another burn. Last chance. It's scary for Roger to be out, but there's a decent chance of just staying in this ball now. You did. Okay, so we got a Golem. There's only one thing that I can call it because I recently rewatched Lord of the Rings. I just need to go look up how it's spelled because words are difficult. This Pokemon is definitely gonna be... If I don't forget it, I might actually like add in a clip of Golem there. Let's go back to the Pokemon Center first, and then go to the Whismur Cave, which in theory should only have one encounter. But maybe I don't remember how I patched this wrong. If I fill out every single encounter slot on every single route, or if it's one-to-one mapping. I think it's not one-to-one mapping. I think there's going to be different encounters for the Whismur Cave as well. So it's going to be still random. I mean, either way it's going to be random, so it doesn't really matter too much because I only can get the first encounter anyway. But yeah, Whismur Cave. We're going to need to go through some trainers before we can do that though, which I would rather... I'm so glad I didn't get a Minun. I'm really glad I didn't get a Minun. Because that's not a good Pokemon. I'd rather do these after getting my new teammate though. So let me try and avoid all of these. And a Weedle! Already have... Do I already have a Weedle? Apparently I already have a Weedle. I didn't know that. Okay. There's gonna be at least like 2 battles, potentially 3 battles, which we need to do here depending on how the NPC reacts in a moment here. Yeah, hello Fluffy, we're not staying in against you, fuck off. Luckily, I just got Precious. So we can use Precious immediately. Is that his arm or his head? I'm always confused by this sprite, because it very much looks like an eye there, but I think that might just be like the curl of his fingers. It's a weird sprite. I don't like the back sprite for Golem in this generation. It's weird. This should do a lot of that. Electric isn't weak to rock. Why do I always mess that up? Why do I always mess that up? I'm so bad with typings. I don't know what's wrong with me. I know what's wrong with me. There's a lot of things wrong with me. One of which is I can't keep ground and rock straight half of the times. Like, I don't know which one is which. Because rocks are ground. Or the ground is rocks, rather, actually. It works either way. It kind of works either way. Of course you miss. Just die. And that's 100 experience each. Not complaining about that, because Fluffy was actually kind of annoying to take out there. Not difficult, only got 1 HP damage, so not difficult at all. I'd rather not do a double battle here. Can I please not do a double battle here? Please just turn away. Just turn away. I'll fight you in a moment because I need something to fill out the rest of this episode. And I need experience anyway. So I'll fight you in a moment, but I don't want to fight you in a double battle if at all possible. Especially since this guy has 2 Pokemon. And I still do not have a water type move. Do you really not have any damaging moves? You do. Okay. That's good. Bubble. Please, bubble. Not even bubble. Why am I using the speed button? I've got all the time in the world. And a lowered accuracy. And a hungry stomach. After this episode is done, I'm first going to get dinner. Then I'm going to grind. And then I'm probably not going to record the 3rd episode today as well. Because, again, the whole breathing thing. Talking a lot, it irritates the throat a little bit. So, and that then also like breathing. Do you guys? Is it just a me thing? Because I feel like I'm out of breath after talking for a while. Usually. So I can only imagine it's going to be worse now because I have breathing. It's just, I already have one of you. Okay, is it going to be just Articunos in here? Because that's going to be great for grinding, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be too bad that I can't get any encounters here, but it's going to be great. Yeah, there's not any events here yet. So, is it going to be anything other than Articunos? It's just Articunos. Is it really just Articuno? It's just Articuno. That's going to be so good for grinding. You have no idea. I almost died. Okay, one more encounter. Is it? It's just Articunos. It's the perfect grinding spot. It's low-level Articunos. I've got 2 Pokemon, which are super effective against it, one of which I probably shouldn't use in the grinding, honestly, because it's already kind of over-leveled. And then Golem, which also is weak to ice, but I don't think Articuno at that level will have... Maybe it'll have Icy Wind. That could be potentially devastating, honestly. But other than that, that's a real good spot for grinding for me. So I'm going to grind there between episodes, and everybody's probably going to be like level... I don't know what level Roxanne's Pokemon are at. Let's look that up right now. Live... Of course, I get paralyzed. Live here. Pokemon Emerald Gyms. She's going to have 6 Pokemon, but I think the levels have not been added. So it's probably going to be levels between her highest and her lowest level Pokemon. The Rosborough City Gym. I mean, thank you, but I kind of just wanted like Bulbapedia or Cerebi. Yeah, those sites actually like, what a gun, thank you very much. That's what I needed. Ladybah. Rock Throw is going to be useful against you. Okay, so usually your Nosepass is level 15. So my entire team is going to be level 15 next episode. And that means that I'm going to have to do quite a bit of grinding. For some reason I thought Ladybah was Ladian. I was expecting Ladian. Ladybah, significantly less of a threat. Honestly, neither of which is really a threat. Because bug types, especially like pre-Gen 5, not that good. I'm thinking, were bug types acceptable at least in Gen 4? But I don't think they were. I think they were still bad in Gen 4. I think in Gen 5 and onwards, they got like a lot of moves, and there were a couple of powerful bug types added. And obviously we've got stuff like Mega Beedrill and Gigantamax Butterfree, I suppose. Though Gigantamax is a very situational power boost, which isn't actually that much better apparently than Dynamaxing anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just going to power through here because I'm scared of the Alakazam. But I do think that concludes more or less everything we can do before the gym. As I said, it's probably going to be a shorter episode. I think this episode is right about 15 minutes in length, which is shorter than I'd ideally want, to be honest, but there's nothing much I can do about that, is there? Yeah, I'm not going to hit any moves, am I? With so many telekinesis moves. Or, not telekinesis, just kinesis. Which sounds weird. Because you've got... Kinesis is just like mind power in general, right? Because you've got telekinesis, which is... Wait a second. Is that true? Because tele means from a distance. So that's mind power from a distance. But telekinesis is like physically... Well, telekinesis probably is like from a distance. From a physical distance, you can do something with your mind. And you've got things like pyrokinesis, which is... well, starting fires with your mind. So kinesis really is... It's a general term, isn't it? So just kinesis is like saying... What is a good allegory here? Let me think. I'm not going to fight you on video right now. I mean, I probably will fight these 2 remaining trainers on video just to make this episode a little bit longer. But I need to go back to the Pokemon Center first. Very badly. Yeah, I'm just talking out of my ass, by the way. I have no idea. I'm assuming that those are Latin root words, which I just don't know the meaning of. But let's do this. Let's do this. Google. Let's go to Google. Meaning kinesis. Motion. Oh, kinetic energy, motion. Yeah, kinesis is just motion. So pyrokinesis is just bullshit because that would be fire in motion. Which I guess fire is always in motion because fire in and of itself is not a thing, really. It's just more or less a very rapid chemical reaction. That's a Sceptile. That is indeed a Sceptile. So let's get the fuck out of here with Bob because Bob does not like Sceptiles. Neither do I, honestly. Roger. I think Roger's going to get to level 15 before the end of this episode. And that... Roger is definitely going to get to level 15 before the end of this episode, unless he dies against a Sceptile right here, right now. Which, how did you outspeed me? I mean, you are a fully evolved Pokemon, granted, but I am also 5 levels higher. And I don't think Sceptile is generally known for being a very fast Pokemon. So maybe I just have very bad speed IVs, and you have very good speed IVs, and you are twice evolved. That altogether, I suppose, would make up for the fact that I'm 5 levels higher. Maybe Roger evolves here. I don't know if it evolves level 15. I think 16. Oh, that's this game's youngster Joey. Huh. You have a Sceptile. So that was fairly easy. And now I think there's one more trainer here which we need to take care of. And then we can end off this episode a little bit prematurely. But actually not that much. I think I started recording this episode about 36 minutes into my recording. We're about 55 in now. I had to cut out a little bit, so it'll be about a 20-minute or so episode. That'll be good enough. Wait a second, doesn't Bob evolve at level 15? 14, maybe? Hopefully 14. I would like to have a Crocodile. I mean, obviously, Totodile is infinitely better than Crocodile. But Crocodile is, like, has higher stats, so I care more about that at the moment. Maybe at some point I'll do a Totodile solo run or something. That being said, anything that I'm planning to do maybe at some point is going to be a while because we're not even halfway through Pokemon through the years and we're like... What is this? Episode like 40 something? I think we're close to episode 40. Are we already past episode 40? I don't know. I legitimately don't know what episode this is. But we're... in the high 30s or low 40s, I think, at this point. So, this series is going to have like 150 to 200 episodes, which is insane. Relicanth. I guess I can keep using Rage. No, don't use Pound. That resets Rage, I think. Well, you... have Harden anyway, so Water Gun is the better option. And it's neutral, because you're part Rock type. So, 2 more Water Guns will probably take you out, and that might take me to level 15, and I think level 15 is evolution level for Bob. So, that means that we do get an evolution on screen. Probably going to be the last one in the series. Oh, well, in this generation, not in the series, because when we start up Gen 4, the first, like, little bit of that, there's probably going to be some evolutions on screen. But it's fairly rare to have that with series where you grind so much. And apparently it's not happening here today, so I'm just talking out of my ass. as usual, really. So let's go back to the Pokemon Center. I think there's nothing up north for us to do, by the way. I'll go check if there's any grass. I don't think there's anything to... It's right, 115. There is a girl there which might want to battle, but I'm not gonna try that out. And we don't have a fishing rod yet, so we can't do anything with the water here. So we'll have to come back here at some point, but when we come back here, we have access to the upper part of the road anyway, where there's grass, so it doesn't really matter. For right now, I think this is going to be the end of this episode, which, again, it's a little bit short. There's going to be a fun amount of grinding done against a shit ton of Articunos, which makes my life a lot easier. Until the next time, thanks so much for watching this episode of Pokemon Through the Years. Next episode, we are finally getting into the first gym. Until then, I've been Vlogger, you've been awesome, as always, bye.